What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links 5Ds video, and in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video, I'm going to be talking about and telling you guys what are the best UR cards to get from your UR Dream ticket. So as all of you guys know and probably have, and why you clicked on this video in the first place, is to kind of get some, suggestions of what are going to be some of the best cards to pick up with your UR Dream ticket. This UR Dream ticket is super cool. For anybody that doesn't know, you can get pretty much any UR from the game except from the past few couple boxes, but for the most part, there's a huge selection of just different UR cards to get. As you guys can see, there's just so many different cards to take a look at in today's video. So yeah, the point of this video is to give you guys some recommendations on what you should spend your UR ticket on. And yeah, so let me give you guys a couple tips right away. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Genuinely, I believe that you should just not spend this UR ticket if you don't know what you want to use for it. So let me explain. So for example, this UR Dream ticket is valid until February 28th of 2019. That's a good couple months from now, okay? That is it is September, it's the beginning of October. So October, November, December, January, February, that's like 5 months to use this ticket. And to be honest, if you just genuinely don't know what you want to spend your UR ticket on, just save it. Just save this UR ticket. Of course, you want to spend it before the expiration date happens, but just save it until you want to get a deck. Like, for example, when you're finally building a deck that you want to build, and you're just missing like one card from that deck that is crucial for the deck, instead of wasting your money and gems on that individual box that you need to get that one last card from, instead just use your UR Dream ticket to get that certain card that you need for your competitive deck. That's what I would recommend to you guys, is just simply just to save your UR ticket and not spend it on just anything until you absolutely want to for a certain deck, so that you don't waste your gems and all that stuff right there. But still, I am going to give you guys some suggestions if you just want to spend the UR Dream ticket right away. You don't want it to sit in your little notifications and all that stuff right there. So I'll still give you guys some recommendations on what you should spend your UR Dream ticket on right away, but just my recommendation is to honestly just save it until you absolutely want to spend this card. Now let's go talk about a few other things too. Another thing I would recommend you guys to do is to not use this UR Dream ticket on farmable cards. So like, for example, here's a popular card that a lot of people are going to want to get, and I'd recommend to get, but at the same time, this is a farmable card. So let me go find it right here. It's Diantrum. I'm going to try to go find it right there, and I actually did the wrong thing right there. That's just a force of habit. So we're going to go to Diantrum right here. Diantrum is a UR card that's honestly really good. For the Synchro era, getting a 4-star special summonable card is going to be really nice. But at the same time, I wouldn't recommend this card to you guys, is because this card is actually something that you can get for free. All you got to do is that if you get a UR ticket from Ranked PvP, you can actually get a free copy of Diantrum, and you just don't have to waste your UR Dream ticket. So with this UR Dream ticket, I'd only use it on box URs or URs that were originally from events that are not going to be happening anymore. So like, for example, a card that I would actually strongly recommend if you guys want to try it out is that I would actually give you an suggestion right here. But like, for example, if you don't have any copies of Amazon's Princess and you wanted to build an Amazon's deck, I'd recommend getting Amazon's Princess, because you cannot get Amazon's Princess anymore except through UR tickets. Now, before you pick up Amazon's Princess, I will also recommend check all your other UR tickets and see if you can get Amazon's Princess with that UR ticket, because there's actually a lot of UR tickets already in the game that can actually give you Amazon's Princess. Like, for example, this Karibo one also gives you an Amazon's Princess, I believe. But yeah, before you like do that, I would recommend, before picking a card, I'd recommend to like not spend it at all on anything. So like, we can go to rarity high or low, and I believe, oh, is it not here? Okay, not here. Bad example, but still, like, I think you guys get my point. Just don't spend your UR. Like, before you spend your UR tickets, I'd recommend checking all of your other UR tickets and seeing if you can actually get that card through that different UR ticket instead of wasting your Dream ticket. But yeah, if Amazon's Princess, for example, is your only card, and this is like the only way to get it through this ticket, then I'd recommend doing that if you want to build an Amazon's deck. So that's kind of what I've been trying to tell you guys right there. Well, without further ado, let's just kind of go talk about a lot of these monsters right here, and just some really good competitive and just viable cards, and just some other cards that I would recommend too. So like, for example, like I said, Amazon's Princess, good because it was an event exclusive at one point, and there's no signs that Elegant Mind is going to be coming back into Duel Links for another Amazon's Princess event. So there's that right there. Another card that is not competitively viable but is an interesting pick to get is actually this Blue Eyes art right here. This is an alternate Blue Eyes art, if you don't know already, and this used to have been exclusive on the Steam version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and basically this was only available when the Steam version of Duel Links recently came out. out. So I'm not sure if you can get this any other ways. There might be some other UR tickets that you can also use to get this card, but so far with your UR Dream ticket, you can actually get this alternate art of Blue Eyes White Dragon if you want to. I honestly love this art, and it's probably one of my favorite arts in the game, because I just like the little planet in the background. I think it actually looks pretty cool in my opinion, and it's different from all the other Blue Eyes White Dragons in the game. So this is actually a pick I would recommend if you have like all the competitive cards that you need and you still need to spend this UR Dream ticket. That's an alright pick right there, especially because we recently got some Blue Eyes support in the recent box. So that's pretty cool right there. Another card that I actually recommend too, and we could probably do this. This is probably the best way to sort it. We can go to newest right here. Another card that I strongly recommend to get is Silent Magician. So Silent Magician is actually only pay to win or pay to play only, because honestly you're not going to automatically win with this card. But this card is originally in the Structure Deck EX, and the only way to get that card previously was to actually spend real money and get the Structure Decks for Silent Magician. There was no way to spend gems to get this card right here. Now with the UR Dream ticket, you actually can get one copy of Silent Magician through UR Dream ticket. So if you guys don't want to spend the money and still get Silent Magician, I'd recommend using your UR Dream ticket on this. But still, I gotta say, if you want to use Silent Magician in like a deck like Spellbooks and you're free to play only, you're only running one copy of this card isn't that viable. Running 3 copies of this card is honestly the best way to play it, but still, it's really cool that you can actually get a free copy of Silent Magician through your UR Dream ticket. So I really like that right there. A couple other cards I would mention too is that if you wanted to, you can get like a 3rd copy of Necroz, you know, because it's an event exclusive. There's a lot of event exclusive cards right here, but I would try to strain away from the event exclusive cards because most of them are kind of just not really that good, and I'd rather you guys get box URs, because you know you actually have to spend gems for those box URs and all that stuff right there. But yeah, there is that right there. But so like you could probably do it on certain event you know, exclusives and stuff like that, but I would not recommend you to do that in my opinion. Another card though that I actually would recommend to you guys is that if you guys are any vampire players, Gazuki is actually a really good deck or card for vampires. So if you still want to build vampires, Gazuki might be pretty good, and maybe in the future in Duel Links we'll actually get some zombie synchro support, and Gazuki will be very helpful for that zombie synchro support. So I would recommend saving your UR Dream ticket, but keep an eye on Gazuki, because Gazuki can pop up in the future in different metas in my opinion. Another card that's alright, Snipe Hunter. Snipe Hunter is an alright card, but it is from a mini box, so since it is from a mini box, I wouldn't like strongly recommend it. Since it's a UR from a mini box, it's kind of easy to get in my opinion, but still it's a cool card right there. I kind of like that card right there. Another card that's alright, this is another card from a mini box, but if you don't really feel like spending the gems and go for the mini box, Tricky is actually a pretty good card, especially for synchro summoning. You can discard a card to special summon this card from your hand, and it's a 5-star monster, so to easily synchro summon into Stardust Dragon, you can actually discard a card, special summon the Tricky with it, summon Junk Synchron, and then go use 5 and 3 to go into Stardust Dragon. That's not a bad idea right there, and I kind of like that idea right there. So if you don't want to spend the gems, you can actually get the Tricky from the UR Dream ticket, but like I recommend, since it is from a mini box, I'd probably frame away from that, but still, like I said, you can probably pick this up. Really cool card right there. Spirit Karibo, I kind of recommend this card, but honestly not really. If you have no copies of it and you think this card might be useful in your deck, you might want to have it. It is a hand trap that switches your opponent's monster to defense position. This can surprise some people nowadays. Not a lot of people play Spirit Karibo, so that's kind of like a random suggestion that I'd give you guys, but not really too strong on that opinion right there. Another alright cards like Archfiend Emperor, if you want to play Archfiends, stuff like that, it's a pretty good card for the deck. I'd front array against these cards because these are kind of like farm cards, and your other UR cards can probably give you that. What's some other cards that I can just recommend on top of my head for you guys? Of course, we see the alternate art right there. That's also really nice. But other than that, most of these UR cards, the rest on the list, are pretty mediocre at best. I mean, King of the Swamp is alright if you're going for a fusion deck, because, you know, you discard this card, or you can use it as a fusion substitute for any card, or you can discard this card and have it as a fusion material for anything. So that one's alright. This card, though, is actually kind of interesting. It's Grandmaster of 6 Samurai. This card's actually really good for 6 Samurais, and in the future, if we get some 6 Sam synchro support, this will actually be a card to pick up on. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, save your ticket if you're unsure, because you never know in the future meta where you're going to want some certain cards from old boxes to help out a brand new deck that got some support. So there's that right there. But still, 6 Sam might be a good copy card to pick up. There's also some Monarch stuff if you want to play Monarchs. Monarchs are pretty cool. But yeah, that's kind of that right there when it comes to the UR monsters. If there's any cards that you're that I haven't suggested yet in this video and you think I should have suggested them, you can go to the comment section down below and tell me which cards I should have to just suggest to other people in the comment section down below too. But honestly, for the UR monsters, there's some alright ones, but honestly there's not that much to really pay attention to. Next up, we actually have spells right here, and here's a couple I'll name off right at the bat. Cosmic Cyclone is a really good back row removal card. You pay 1,000 life points, target a spell and trap card on the field, and banish it. Really good card in my opinion, especially if you're comboing this card with Cyber Style, and I think Cyber Style Synchros might be a decent deck to play out, so Cosmic Cyclone is a really good card if you don't have 3 copies of it. I might actually use my UR Dream Ticket on Cosmic Cyclone. I'm not sure yet though, but I might actually do that right there. Cosmic Cyclone is a really cool card because you can remove back row, and you can use this card to your advantage to start activating your skills that need a certain amount of life points lost in order to use it. So that would be a card right there. I guess I would recommend Dark World Duel Links. This card has seen play in other decks, but honestly, it's not that good in my opinion. Fires of Doomsday, honestly, not terrible. You can play this on your opponent's end phase, so then when it's your following turn, you can actually use the tokens for a Synchro Summon, but not really that good in my opinion, but it is from a box, so maybe that would be good right there. Some other cards that I guess I would say, Into the Void's kind of a cool card. You draw a card, and then on the end turn, you actually throw all of your cards to the graveyard. Alright card. Could be used in some certain decks that are pretty well. And then the last card I might just throw in the pile that I recommend. It's kind of Tides of the Brethren. Not really combo well with Synchro Summoning though, so I don't really recommend it that much, but it is a cool card. You pay 2,000 life points, target level 4 lower monster control. Rest of the turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters. Also special summon 2 monsters from your deck with the same type, attribute, and level as a monster, but with different names and from each other from the monster. You cannot conduct your battle phase turn you activate this effect. Alright card for certain decks, I would say. Like I said, if you're not sure, just save your ticket until you absolutely need a certain card from these lists to build your deck. But honestly, number one pick, what I gotta say, is Cosmic Cyclone. It's probably the best spell card to get from this whole set. It's just a really good card. Next up for the traps, I gotta go with either Floodgate or Canadia. Both of these are really good, and honestly, I feel like these cards are gonna see so much play still with Synchros being around. Like, for example, using Floodgate and Canadia can actually stop Stardust Dragon, because all it does is flip those Synchro monsters face down, and with Stardust Dragon it negates destruction effects, but Canadia and Floodgate are kind of just cards that you just flip your opponent's monsters down and they can't really move for the rest of the turn. So honestly, just straight off the bat, I just gotta recommend Canadia or Floodgate Trap Hole. Honestly, the rest of these cards are very mediocre at best. Maybe if Ninjas get some support in the future and become a good deck again, you can probably pick up Ninjutsu Art Transformation. Really good card, but Ninjas themselves are just not that good anymore. But honestly, a lot of these cards are kind of old school. Maybe Widespread Ruins an alright card. One of your opponent's monster declares an attack and you destroy the attack position monster with the highest attack. Alright card, but still, if your opponent has a Stardust Dragon, they can kind of negate that. So, Divine Wrath, alright card, seen some meta, recently, like in the past few months or so, just off and on. It's very like tech card that surprises your opponent. Eliminating League is also another card that might see some play in the future, but probably not. I just stick to Floodgate, Trap Hole, and Canadia in my opinion. Mirror Wall is also an alright card, but I think it's been very outdated to where it was in the past. There's a lot of better cards in Mirror Wall, but if you don't have any copies of Mirror Wall, maybe you could pick that up. But honestly, I recommend Floodgate, Trap Hole, Canadia. Maybe Need a Ceiling too. If there's 4 or more face of monsters, you can destroy all face of monsters. That actually might be pretty good, especially because Synchro Summoning has been absolutely bonkers recently. You special summon a bunch of monsters on the board, so Need a Ceiling might be a good card too. But my recommendation is just Floodgate or Canadia. Canadia would probably be the better choice out of the two. And then I actually didn't really look at any of these fusion monsters, but I guess straight off the bat, you probably want to go for an Anki. Anki is really good. All you need is just Mass Change and a Dark Hero monster to go into this card, so that's actually pretty good right there. But honestly, like I said, just like don't spend your UR ticket on farmable cards. Like for example, this card right here is actually a card that you can get through the ranked TP reward, so I wouldn't waste your thing on that. But to be honest, there's not really that much fusion monsters I'd go for, but Anki would probably be the best choice in my opinion for that, and that's kind of it right there. So I think that's gonna do it for me in today's UR Ticket Dream video. If you guys enjoyed, as always, hit that like button on the video down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content. Hopefully this video has helped you out by any means, and maybe you guys have got a good pick, but like I said at the start, probably save your ticket until you absolutely want to use it. But like I've been doing, I've been giving you guys some recommendations. And also, if you think I missed out on a certain card from this list, go to the comment section down below and recommend your cards that you think are pretty good to use with your UR Dream Ticket. But that's going to do it for me, guys, though. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll go see you guys in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Peace out.